All right, my fellow cinephiles, it is I, Cinephile Mike, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, and we have reached the halfway point of BAFTA week, and it is day 71 of the 95 days of award season posts. For today, we're going to discuss Sebastián Lelio's adaptation of The Wonder. Another film in the series nominated for Outstanding British Film of the Year, The Wonder tells the story of young widowed English nurse Lib Wright, who is brought to a small rural Irish village to help participate in a watch for a young girl named Anna, who has apparently not eaten and has been fasting for 4 months, yet seems in remarkable good health. Now, the village, already suffering the effects of the Great Famine in the mid-19th century, is very skeptical of what has been occurring, and they believe that there may be something darker or more sinister in this. So they hire Lib and a nun named Sister Michael to keep an eye on the young girl in 8-hour shifts and report what they find before the villagers will make a determination of what has happened. Now, as the story unfolds, we will see why Anna has made the choices that she has made and the impact that it has on both her family as well as the village surrounding her. Adding to this are the different elements of Lib's life that come back to her mind as she takes care of Anna. Now, these two women, Anna and Lib, while very different, will begin to have severe impacts on one another's lives in strange but necessary ways which will allow both of them to grow. Now, as Lib begins to take watch over Anna, she does begin to believe that the fasting is a lie and begins to suspect that Anna's mother is actually feeding her the way that birds feed their young by passing food through her mouth when she kisses the girl every morning when she gets up and at night before she goes to bed. So separating Anna from her family as a means to prove this, will we then see how there may be something potential and more sinister at hand? And this will cause Lib to reevaluate things. This psychological thriller that this film has created in Lelio's hands is quite interesting to see, and we see how the decisions that we make and the drastic actions that we do can sometimes have maybe not the best outcome regardless of the intentions. Now, honestly, the best thing in this film is Florence Pugh. There's not enough that can be said about her. In a lesser year, and this year for the acting, it has been a very stellar year, but it's unfortunate that her performance wasn't recognized either for the BAFTAs or even for the Academy. Her performance is anchored in the pain of one who has suffered so much that I will spare those specific details for lack of spoilers. But her journey is one where, even though her actions may seem extreme, they're necessary, and you never once second guess what she's doing. Also, newcomer Keela Lord Cassidy is an actress who is one to watch. Her portrayal of young Anna is heartbreaking in its simplicity. Another potential could have been on the short list, not sure, but should have been a contender for the EE Rising Star of the Year awards at the BAFTAs. Now, taking a step away from the acting, I also have to say, Emma Donoghue, the writer who adapted her own novel for the screenplay, working with two co-screenwriters, director Lelio and also Alice Birch, she creates and crafts the tale of a woman who needs to escape the world that she's in for a better one. Now, this story is right in Donoghue's wheelhouse because she did this very successfully in her previous Oscar-nominated turn when she adapted her novel Room with Brie Larson. The script relies on very little action and more on the dialogue to tell this story that is based on the legends of the fasting girls at that point in Irish history. On a separate note, I am also very surprised that the production design by Grant Montgomery and the costume design by Odile Dix-Moreau weren't given more attention, especially by the Academy, because these designs were well executed and are usually right within the wheelhouse of classical films. Again, I'm not on the voting boards, and there are a lot of interesting costumes up for design this year, but I felt this one being left was kind of a letdown for the film. I mean, while it's depicting the famine-torn Ireland, those visuals are for lack of a better term, a virtual feast. I give the film a 4 out of 5 stars. This acting is top-notch, and the suspense of the story will keep the audience engaged from the get-go. If you are interested in catching the wonder, you can catch it streaming exclusively on Netflix. See everyone tomorrow for day 72 of the 95 Days of Award Season posts as we move through BAFTA week and continue the journey. Also, a quick side note, as some of my followers have been asking if I'm going to be sharing my views on who I think should win each award, yes. Starting tomorrow, I will be posting my picks for each Oscar category. I'll be doing one each day, and I will also be putting polls to see if y'all agree with me or have a different view. But until then, my faithful followers, I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying, take a break and watch something new.